Hi, this is Elizabeth Tanner, and this is Assignment 5, Reflection over Teaching Unit. The summary of the teaching unit. I used backwards design to come up with it, so I started with the assessment, the end product, what I wanted the students to be able to do at the end, and then worked my way back to the beginning. The students would need a camera, computer, the computer program and design, an outline for their piece, and notes. Technology would be Google Slides to take notes, their digital camera for photography, and their MacBooks to use the InDesign program. Learner characteristics. It's a mix of male and female students in grades 9 through 12 who have passed Journalism 101, and they either want to have a career in journalism or they simply wanted an elective that was interesting. The objective of the unit was that students would use their notes and prior knowledge to capture photographs that convey the message of their assigned piece, write an article for their assigned piece, and publish it for consumption. Assessment, evaluation of their pieces submitted for publication. How did the task yield appropriate evidence to the identified understanding? Students had to use their knowledge of photography to capture an image for their article. The students who were assigned personality profiles did a great job of capturing their subject. The students who were assigned sport coverage struggled to capture images of quality since their subjects were constantly moving and they had to be in the correct location to capture a good shot. The students also had to use their knowledge of writing to summarize the information they learned from interviews or explain the events of a particular sporting event. Some students did excellent jobs and others struggled to remain formal and unbiased. A few students needed revisions due to poor spelling and grammar. How did the task involve a complex, real, authentic application of the identified knowledge, skill, or understanding? It's a journalism class, so the newspaper students had to create articles for the newspaper that would be distributed and their peers and parents would read. And the yearbook students had to create a page for the yearbook in which their parents and students would read. How are a variety of appropriate assessment formats used to provide additional evidence of learning? Well, one, the students had to submit an outline prior to interviewing their peers or attending the event. The outline was checked to ensure that they were covering all aspects of the interview or the event and that they had something in hand if they struggled with what to do next. The students also had to submit their work for peer evaluation and evaluate the work of others. This was intended to improve their final project and build cooperation amongst their peers in class. They also had to submit their work for feedback from the editor or the instructor. Students were encouraged to make corrections or improvements as necessary. Their major grade, however, came from their submitted project for print. If it was acceptable for print, then they received a good job. If it was unacceptable for publication and was past the due line, then they received a bad grade. How are students given the opportunity to self-assess and reflect upon their learning and performance? They were given several opportunities. One, students were encouraged to self-reflect on suggestions made to their outline prior to their interview or event. Two, the students had to self-reflect and assess over their notes on their interview or event in order to write about it. So they had to see if they had done a good job taking notes and following their outline or not. Three, students had to self-assess their work and their work of their peers in the editing phase. Four, students had to self-reflect on the errors and suggestions for improvement from their peers, the editor, and their instructor. Students had to reflect on what they did or did not do well that allowed their piece to go to publication or was denied publication due to excessive errors. In the future, students will continue to work on their journalism skills as the year progresses. They will improve their photography skills as they learn to take photographs in various situations. They will increase their outlines as they learn more and more what they do and do not need for different scenarios. Their writing skills will improve as they receive feedback from others and assist others in improving their writing skills. And lastly, they will improve their skills using the computer editing programs as they become more familiar with them through trial and error and additional instruction from the teacher. Thanks, and I hope you enjoyed my reflection on my teaching unit for journalism.